1. All right, now we're about to break down Habits off the Death of Slim Shady album.
I think this was my favorite.
Okay.
We fit in too today because I actually got on the GOAT hoodie today too, and we're doing one of the GOATs of hip hop.
I'm going to be reacting to one of the songs on Eminem's new album called Habit.
This, or I put a bullet between your fucking eyes.
Before I put a bullet between your fucking eyes. That's how he used to speak, was with a high-pitched voice, which was more how everyone was. Even when I was younger, I was a higher-pitched voice. So he's saying...
It sounds so far like it's Slim Shady kidnapping Eminem. You thought you got rid of me? Like he's getting a revenge or something, possibly so far.
At some point he says drink it, so he's making them get drunk and do drugs to turn back into Slim Shady.
Slim Shady, yep.
Eyes. Here. Fuck no. We'll split it. No. Half an Ativan. I'm driving.
We'll split it. Half an Ativan. Bro, you're the same people, right? I mean, you're different entities, I guess, internally in the mind of Eminem, right? But you're the same people. So splitting it means that you're taking all of the Ativan, as you're saying here.
We're about to split half an ad, and then it goes into split half an Ativan. That's the beginning of the song. Okay. So he's got somebody tied up. Is it Eminem? Is it Slim Shady? Is it Marshall? We don't know.
Oh.
We'll split it, and it sounds like Eminem's voice. So is that M talking to Shady or Shady talking to M? I'm not sure which way the tables have turned yet. DJ shout out right there. But also, Bullet Between the Eyes. What's the name of the album? Coup de Grace. The kill shot, essentially. Shout out MGK too. Boom.
In a black sedan, fast as I can. In Pakistan, getting chased by Pakistans.
In Pakistan, getting chased by a Pakistans. Yo, this is his voice right between your fucking eyes. That's Eminem from 2002.
It's a bunch of white.
Yeah, but not if they're from Pakistan.
Yeah, I guess. But it could be. It could be if it's a bunch of white with a real Slim Shady, please stand up. He has a bunch of Pakistans behind him.
That live in Pakistan?
If you want to.
Stands just following him.
I wonder why I was like, man, he complicating that shit up already when he said black sedan. I was like, oh shit, okay. Pakistan's is crazy. Oh, that's what we doing? That's what we doing out the jump, M? All right, let's go.
Pakistans in Pakistan.
Yup.
Like, come on, bro. Like, he just got the wordplay. He's the one. He's the guy with the wordplay, bro. He's the guy.
Good.
He's the guy with the fucking wordplay. Like, this nigga's wilding, bro.
Pakistan. Like, why does that even why does it work?
That actually made me want to laugh. That's so funny. He's obviously the reference to Stans in general, but also just how deep he went into it. His crazed fan Stans, and then it's just literally word for word Pakistan. So I liked that line a lot.
For the most part, right? Stan as in like an extremely obsessed fan, right? It's bled into our common lingo for the most part. And so, yeah, if he's in Pakistan being chased by a pack of Stans, I like that. Yeah, he's just being chased by a pack of himself. So he himself is the avalanche, yeah?
I see in your eyes.
The struggle. There's already a struggle in the back. There's somebody asking for help.
Okay.
Saying no.
So what you're supposed to be hearing is it sounds like Slim Shady, because Eminem had that nasally sound like you said in the beginning.
You know how I roll, bitch. I'm an avalanche. It's my shit, I'm gonna spit it how I wanna spit it.
You know how I roll, I'm an avalanche. I mean, I guess, yeah, you're an avalanche of yourself if you're being chased by a bunch of yourself.
You know how I roll, bitch, I'm an avalanche. Okay, that's at face value for you.
Makes me want to dye my hair, wear a wife beater, and start grabbing my nuts again and walking around on stage. Classic Shady voice. Did he run that through AI? God, you can hear the difference in his voice nowadays compared to early M.
Whoever gets offended, suffer dick and fuck a critic. About to get retarded on this motherfucking shit.
Guys, yeah. Yeah, it's my party. I'm gonna cry if I want to, basically, is what he's saying here, right? Like, listen, this is my song. I'm gonna rap how I want to rap. I don't care what you're saying, right? Okay, let's continue. He said a couple of things that are...
You can't say retarded. Shut up, midget, shut up.
You can't say that word anymore. If you say that word, they demonetize you. He said, shut up, M word. I can't even say it because YouTube's going to hit me with it, man. Oh, no. This is Shady.
Benzino just got a shout out. I mean, he's shouting out the midgets. And listen, I've said this before. Don't be mad at me, okay? I'm a product of the 90s. We use words like retarded. It happened. And the F word, I won't at least say that one. And then midget and other things, right?
Oh. So the ability to bring Slim back and let Slim not give a fuck anywhere, because Slim Shady didn't give a mother. He didn't give a mother. He didn't give a mother. And so now him hitting right here is just, it is like the perfect time to like revisit. Oh, it's just so dope. It's so dope.
Deliver one line, let it breathe. Deliver the next line, let it breathe. And I love that. I feel like with age, like fine wine, he's really developed this amazing sense of timing.
One of these offensive words that, oh, you're not allowed to say that anymore. It's just not politically correct. You could get canceled. He responds to that saying, shut up. And then says a word.
So it's getting harder. Been calling bitches hoes since a kindergartner. This is Jimmy Carter.
Hoes since and he even said it like a little kid, like a kindergartner, but get it? Kindergardener, hose, gardening tool, kindergartner. See the way that he flips that? And calling a female the greatest compliment you can by calling her a hoe. You know, you're fantastic.
Probably. He's been calling, women all types of names since a kindergartner, what he's saying here, right? Jimmy Carter was president from 77 to 81. So that basically says to me that he's probably right.
I've just always spoken this way. I've been calling women that or referring to them this way since even kindergarten. Just as an example, and to point out how much he can't really just change who he is. He's always been this way. He didn't change up for music or to get attention. This is just how he actually is.
I've been thrown. Nobody puts baby in the corner, but everybody's got opposite sides to him. So he's been kitty cornered. And then flipping that, Jimmy Carter. When was he president? I wouldn't be surprised if that kindergartner fits in with Jimmy Carter, because now he's obviously in terminal care, isn't he?
PC court with a shitty lawyer. Like, damn.
You got an addiction, man.
Right. PC court being politically correct with a shitty lawyer because everybody wants to cancel him because he is anything but PC.
It's also funny because you're kind of envisioning this PC court that he's talking about. It almost feels like an adult animation like South Park or something. And he also points out that he doesn't even have a good lawyer representing him. So even somebody who would try to mediate the situation, who's on his side and defend Eminem, would actually just be somebody who wouldn't really be good for him.
I know you can't get rid of me forever because you know that I'm prescription, man.
It says something about it being kind of an addiction. He can't stop doing what he's doing. But the song being called Habits almost sounds like he was expressing himself honestly in the song. And then he kind of just chalks it up as like, it's just like a habit.
I know you can't get rid of me forever because I'm prescription, man. It's interesting that he took the lyrics and wrote it from that first person perspective. So you start thinking addiction, and we know Eminem struggled with addiction. He OD'd, he almost died from it.
Next time I'll be in your
Yeah. Was just a kid from Detroit who knew how to destroy.
Yo,
What?
she's wild, bro.
Babe!
Yo, that's crazy.
Eminem was gonna quit, but Proof kept pushing him like, yo, go to these battles, dog. Do this, do that.
Oh, I think J.cole said he produced this song. Pretty sure he said he made this beat. He said that on Twitter yesterday, which is crazy.
What was it? Was it Houdini or Toby? No, I think it was Toby, the controversy, and it's helped him to grow. But controversy gets you a lot of buzz. It gets you excited. It can make you feel alive. So much drama going on and things, and people do get addicted to drama.
Boy with you, which is a joy to do. Slim is just a lyricist, hit a voice, is true sentiments.
Which is free. It's his choice to choose genderless. I like that those two things are being related to each other, because if it's your choice to make that decision, as free as that would be, it's literally the saying free speech. So I know that they don't rhyme and it's kind of just a saying.
He sees words different, y'all. He sees words different. And he forces himself into switch ups where you would go, oh no, he's not. And you go, yes, I sure the fuck am.
Devoid of two, right? That's the start of this multisyllable. And then sentences, shits to give. It starts here, oi to ooh. Sentences.
Minute just off growing a huge clitoris. Pussies, yeah, probably annoyed a few feminists.
Shut up! Nobody is safe. And this is going to be impossible to get through. This is 1 minute and 28 seconds. And there have been word flips.
Blowing a fuse, the way he said blowing. He managed to still fit it into the point of view. Blowing a fuse. See the way that he enunciates that to fit that into the scheme? Incredible.
He said, I might have offended a couple feminists. And I'm sitting here like, well, what are your views, Slim? Let's talk about it.
He was like, "Hey, I'll tell you all my fucking views."
Oh, it's I probably annoyed a few feminists. I'm already taking it right here. What he's talking about too is like, you know, there's an alter ego. Obviously, there's Eminem, there's Marshall Mathers, and then there's Slim Shady.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny because back in the day, I think that every now and again he would kind of make fun of how, oh, women don't like me speaking this way, or women would get offended because I mentioned that this girl was fat in my song, or something like that. Like sometimes he would just come for how a lot of women would try to cancel him.
Anybody, boy, is Bruce generous, and about as much of a boy as Bruce generous.
Is Bruce generous? Boy is Bruce generous, but boy is Bruce generous. Yo, get the fuck out of here.
Boy is Bruce generous. I love how he takes this boy because he's going to flip that in a second. But boy is Bruce space generous. All of my gifts that I'm giving because Marshall's middle name is Marshall Bruce Mathers. He makes music that matters. But in this case, Bruce is generous with his gifts. They're outside the box with his raps. He's giving it to you.
Right. Yeah, basically. Like, listen, here's the thing. You never, under any circumstance, somebody came at me in the comments. Like, obviously, it must be someone who's never seen any of my videos before. But they came out of my comments. They came at me super hard in my comments. I'm sitting there trying to explain, like, listen, I don't care what you do with your body. Truthfully, I don't care at all. Your body is your body. It's not mine, bro. I don't care. Trust me. Please believe. I don't care who you're sleeping with in the bed. I don't care about none of that stuff. Right? At all.
I'm not a boy, I'm a man, bitch. Man, bitch. My speech is free, it's his choice to choose. Gender is...
My man is a fucking comedian.
I'm not a boy, I'm a man, comma, bitch. I'm a man. What you think about that, bitch? Versus man like dash to bitch. Man changing to bitch in this case. He set it up with the hoes earlier. He's got a lot of compliments for the females today, but in this case, he's talking about Bruce Jenner becoming Caitlyn Jenner, changing over, swapping.
There's times when I lay down to sleep, I argue with myself.
Seems like he's just kind of laying down, imagining or thinking about, am I actually wrong? Not because he's doubting himself, but just wondering because society has moved in a way that even more so than it ever did in the past, which already was a lot, telling Eminem that he's wrong. You need to change what you say to people. You need to change the words that you use.
Yo, there's something in the mix right there. It's like they really ran the filter pass on it, and it's almost like a whistle in the mix, and it sounds like they took one of the instrumentations. I thought it was like a ghost in the mix. I thought it was Eminem, but no, I think it's just one of the instruments that they just run through.
Well, I'm sorry. The world isn't one big liberal arts college campus.
That's funny. I just thought about it almost kind of feels like an adult cartoon like South Park was something that I had said that he had mentioned, and then he actually uses a bit from, I'm pretty sure it's South Park.
So wait, who's Mr. Reality?
Sounds like what's it called?
South Park. Yeah, it is South Park. Okay.
I'm shaming, dad shaming, yeah, fat shaming, mansplaining, blah.
Just learned about fat shaming. Okay, I just learned about. Listen, I'm fat. You understand? My comments are occasionally wild. I don't care. Live your life. Say what you want to say.
He's fat shamed people before, saying like man shaming. That's a very buzzword of like cancel culture type of stuff and vibes. So that's what he's painting.
It does sound like Slim Shady just kind of was asleep for all these years, and he woke up and he's actually asking us questions like, what is the words and terms fat shaming and mansplaining?
Censors like the Avengers, and they
assemble. Avengers assembling like cancel culture and everyone picketing to cancel Eminem versus the Avengers assembling, and then a space symbol like Prince. Eminem had a bar about Prince back in the day, ever since Prince turned himself into a symbol.
The Avengers? Not us. Not us. You're not talking about us.
Somebody go find that and connect that for me and clip it, because I think it is. And that is incredible. Just having a little attention to detail of a moment like that, a simple ad lib that he used from years ago New bar about Prince, and he flips it into that when Prince referred to himself as a symbol. Boom. Ad-lib hits with it. That's smooth.
Yeah, I bet. They're all going to come and surround you, bro. Absolutely.
Until the N word, all these pronouns I can't remember.
Yeah, words are yeah, they're changing. He uses obviously the term ginger. Interesting. Ginger is definitely an anagram for the N word. You know, the super aggressive version of it, right? Right, the one that sends you back 300 years type of thing, guys. Right, that one.
Hers into them girls who bought tits to get attention, then get hit on by.
Voice change?
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. Go back.
Like it goes from
Yeah.
it goes from very mid high to like
It's a
the
little-
bass
a
comes
little-
in a little bit.
A little
Bassy, but then it-
foggy. I don't know I don't know sound like words, but it's like muffly a little bit.
Oh my gosh. He's coming for everybody. He's making fun of everything. I feel like I don't know where to start. It's just really clever and really funny. The part where he points out girls just getting their boobs done and then complaining about men looking at their boobs is funny because I know everyone's situation's different.
You're a victim and meet to him. Outrage, how fake. Nowadays some gals, they just clout chase.
Maybe it's not what you thought that it would be, or it's from men that you don't want it to be from, and so then you just me to them, which is clearly just wrong. I'm assuming he means just the lying about being a victim or putting yourself in a situation specifically, and then crying victim.
Man, like I couldn't even like think about like what goes through his head when he's writing these rhymes. It's just so genius the way he put it together.
Sure.
He said, I assemble the symbol. That almost sounded like that was like a triple entendre right there.
Bro, this is too much truth, and it's gonna fly over people's heads. I'm gonna be honest. It's too much truth here. There's way too much truth in the statements that he's making here. Yeah, bro. Generally, like, let me go ahead and just make sure I'm seeing exactly, reading exactly what he's saying here. If you aren't about giving basically the top, the sloppy toppy, basically is what he's saying here, then about face. Turn around, right? Also, at the same time, I think he's referencing if you have no slight bit of intelligence, right? Then turn around, right? Maybe you should be doing something different.
Little white, middle age, upper middle class with a glass of wine and your cigarette, bitch. Get
I just take like the raw pieces of steak and just like, slide it into the room and just like leave the door locked for the kid.
upper middle class with a glass of wine and your cigarette, bitch. Get off the internet.
Envisioning this just standard Karen character who, instead of feeding her own children or just minding her own business and living her life, going to grocery store, just minding her own business, she's on the internet complaining about things that have nothing to do with her, complaining about people that she's never going to meet.
The Western, you're messing with a lethal weapon like an evil stepdad. I got it infrared like a ginger stepkid who pissed the bed.
I got
like
it
a ginger.
No, yeah, but I got it infrared, like an infrared beat. I got it infrared, like a drunk stepdad who he beats
Infrared who beats his kid.
Yeah, because he pissed the bed.
Right.
Yeah.
My head's a Smith & Wesson. You're messing with a lethal weapon. Flipping that, right? Smith & Wesson, gun bar scheme, lethal weapon. I'm an evil stepdad, right? I got it infrared. So he's got the lethal weapon, Smith & Wesson gun scheme, like infrared night vision, got you in the scope. You even hear the ad-lib, like he's cocking it, versus infrared.
Oh, there's a lot here. Okay, so my head's a Smith & Wesson. He's saying that his brain basically is a weapon itself, right? You're messing with a lethal weapon. Yeah, you're messing with him and what's coming out of his mind, right? Like an evil stepdad. I got an infrared. Infrared could also probably tie back to the concept of Smith & Wesson, right?
The little keys hit, boom, boom, boom.
This shit in jest. I do this shit in jest, and it. Wow.
Witness beware, bitches the Blair Witch on you scared bitches. I'm surreptitious and
I said the Blair Witches on you scared bitches. Are you familiar with the Blair Witch Project?
Yeah. I'm surreptitious, he says.
You seen Blair Witch the movie?
No.
Okay, so Blair Witch is when a group of people go out into the woods looking to find this witch that's been haunting the woods.
This just attacked my therapist with a pair of scissors like Merry Christmas dressed as a Harry Krishna terrorist with the hair trigger.
Right there. Attacked my therapist with a pair of scissors like a hair Krishna.
Hold on. There's a lot here too, guys. pair of scissors. I think this is probably most likely tying back to the last song we heard, the Edward Scissorhands line. Then the next line says, dressed as a Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna basically is from the Bhagavad Gita. It was basically the supreme god. Like, it was the top god that basically looked down on all the demigods.
Shady offices live it. It'll make you think that you have the game unlocked till they pick it. Only wait for me to
lock pick it. You thought you had the game on lock? Yeah, until you don't. They're going to get in, basically, is what I'm hearing in this year. Also, at the same time, protesters, homophone picket for picket, as like the picket line.
I really like the game unlock picket line because the obvious game unlocked and you would have to pick it because it's a lock, but also picket, like they're protesting. So picket signs.
Part of me gets it and wants to say I'm sorry and fix it. I'm sorry. So all my statements are basically contradictory.
I'm conflicted. Part of me gets it, wants to say I'm sorry and fix it.
He didn't say he's sorry. It almost makes you want to say I'm sorry, then fix it. I'm sorry, and then moves on. He's not saying he's sorry, bro. Right? At all. I mean, yeah, that's the vibe. I think anyone doing anything that's like in, slight entertainment or doing things for other people to view or consume.
A part of me understands and wants to say
sorry, and
but it says he says I'm sorry, and he stops and says I'm sorry, and he cuts off halfway saying sorry. Like, a part of me gets it, understands where you're coming from. The other part of me is like, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? Like, let people just be people and live.
That's actually really, I think that line's really funny because he's over here kind of seeming like he's contemplating, I don't know if I'm going to go too far, or I'm trying to walk on eggshells. Sometimes I even contemplate like trying to make people happy or like appease them and even say so, but then he cuts off actually saying sorry.
Like using the F word for gay is wrong and offensive. And it's
Tell him, man. I mean, what the fuck? We can't even say anything today, man. He said, I'm sorry, and he cut himself off.
It's okay if South Parker did it. Okay, screw you guys. Would it make you less angry if Cartman spit it?
That's true. That's true. And he's bringing back Cartman from the Eminem show. Yo, but he's saying, like, South Park can do all this shit, and you guys let it slide on whatever platform. But if an artist says it, or a person just talking can't say it, what's that about?
If it was said with obvious satire on a cartoon show that's dedicated towards satire, is it okay that a TV show does it? Right? You're going to get offended, what, because I'm saying it? But they've been doing this for years and years and years. Think about it. That's always been one of his rebuttals and things when people attack him for his freedom of speech. And it's like, well, what, you're going to cancel me? What about all these TV shows that your kids...
See one of them little fuckers come at me, I'll pick it up by his legs and drop it and kick it.
So I just headbutted the microphone. Eminem, what are you doing, Eminem? He says pick it up. It. That's the pronoun that he used there. It. Pick it up.
But they gon' do me the same as the baby with all of this shit. Chappelle and Colin, they're calling Shady misogynistic.
Same as the baby. I didn't catch that before. Oh my God, but the baby thing could still go back to the Michael Jackson shout out, but also the baby when he had the concert. And then he's like, bring your phones up and your lighters up if you don't have HIV and all that, if you're not sucking D. And then, yeah, the baby, that was just one of his biggest mistakes because the way that he just lost sponsorships, deals, he lost so much money just saying a couple sentences at a show.
My sense of humor is probably twisted, it's painfully obvious.
You got an addiction, man.
Yeah. It is. It's absolutely twisted.
I'm just playing little people.
You know I love you. When after he insults somebody superbly, bruh. You got an addiction, man. Good job having white gold on the chorus on this. Golly, you guys gotta let me know what I missed. There's stuff I missed, I can tell, but the ability to weave rhymes is uncanny. You hear me?
You know what I thought? Next time I'll be in your veins. So we're playing on the prescription lines again, and I'm just playing little people. You know I love you. So he does say it like he's done so many times. I'm just playing America. You know I love you. I'm just playing ladies. You know I love you. See, he doesn't mean it. I'm just playing little people. He corrects himself finally there at the end. I tell you what, that was just lyrically jam-packed. For me, what was dope about it was that beat switch. but also just the call out to classic Shady and the overall theme and concept and this back and forth playing off of the Shady of now to the Shady of old and realizing he has an issue.
That little people. He said, I'm sorry, little people. You know I love you. I'll be completely honest. The chorus I wasn't the biggest fan of. But it worked. I don't know how it worked, but it worked. But dude, this was Slim Eminem. But there was more Slim Shady here than there was Eminem. He was more or less actually talking his shit. He's talking his shit right now.
It's funny how he always has to, whenever he's being serious and trying to make a point, he also kind of has to like soften the blow with comedy. Not saying that's his intention. I think that he's just comedic and he's funny. But it's also interesting because he even mentioned Chappelle in the song. So it makes me think of his style where he's literally a comedian, but he does talk about real topics and real issues, but he makes you laugh. So it's just a little bit easier to hear and make it make sense because whenever you send a message through some type of art.
And if you enjoyed this, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Also, do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you could always get a notification each time we put out a video. Until I see you guys in my next one. Bye!